Hi, I'm Mario, and today on Cucinare Italiano, we're discovering the recipe for risotto alla Milanese. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. All right, friends, if you're ready to cook like a true Milanese, grab your saffron and let's go. This dish is iconic, rich, buttery, and has that beautiful golden color. And don't worry, it's easier than it sounds. Let's get started. These are the ingredients for 4 people. 320 grams of carnaroli or arborio rice, about 80 g per person. You'll want seconds. 1 liter of beef broth, homemade is best, but store-bought works in a pinch. 50 grams of butter, because butter makes everything better. 1 small white onion or shallot, finely chopped. 1 packet of saffron, around 0.15 grams, the gold of the spice world. 50 milliliters of dry white wine and maybe a glass for yourself while cooking. 50 grams of grated Parmigiano Reggiano, don't skimp on this. 50 grams of beef marrow, optional, but it adds serious flavor. Salt and pepper to taste. Let's cook! First things first, the broth. If you're making your own, and I highly recommend it, toss some beef, a bone with marrow, carrots, celery, and onion into a pot. Let that simmer for at least an hour and a half. If you're pressed for time, feel free to use a good quality store-bought broth. Just make sure it's warm when you start the risotto. Cold broth is a no-no. Start with the sauté, grab a heavy bottom pan, no flimsy ones here, melt half the butter, and if you've got that beef marrow, throw it in too. It's pure magic. Add your finely chopped onion or shallot and let it gently cook for 5-6 minutes. We want soft, not browned. Think sweet and mellow, not crispy and burnt. Toast the rice now, toss in the rice. Give it a good stir for a couple of minutes until the grains turn slightly translucent. You're waking up the rice here, telling it, get ready, we're about to make something amazing. Time for wine, pour in the white wine, and here's where things get fun. Keep stirring and let that alcohol evaporate. This is the point where I like to take a sip of wine myself. You deserve it, chef. The risotto rhythm now, ladle in some hot broth. Just 1 ladle at a time, my friend. Stir, let it absorb, and repeat. This is where the magic happens. You're building layers of flavor and creamy goodness. Keep going for about 16-18 minutes, tasting the rice along the way. It should be tender, but with a little bite. Golden touch with saffron, halfway through, about 8-10 minutes in, dissolve that beautiful saffron in a ladle of broth and stir it in. Watch as your risotto turns into pure gold. You're officially in Milanese territory now. Butter and cheese time. When the rice is cooked but still al dente, take it off the heat. Stir in the rest of the butter and all that glorious Parmigiano. This is where you bring the whole thing together. Stir like you mean it. We want creamy, luxurious risotto here. Let it rest. Just for a minute, cover the risotto and let it sit for a couple of minutes. It'll thicken up just a bit and the flavors will settle in. Pro tips. The perfect risotto alla Milanese should be all'onda, which means creamy and a little flowing, not stiff or dry. If it's too thick, add a splash of broth to loosen it up. Serve it piping hot with an extra sprinkle of Parmigiano, because why not? And there you have it, a bowl of risotto alla Milanese that's worthy of any Italian nonna's approval. Enjoy every bite, and don't forget to pat yourself on the back for mastering a classic. Buon appetito!